Alright, we have arrived in Vienna, and the next part of our travels we are doing with Trafalgar, so a tour group. Just because we wanted to be able to put our feet up for a little bit, not have to worry about getting from A to B so much. And the first hotel they put up in is pretty fancy, so I'm just going to show you around. Got a lovely bathroom, huge big bath here. Down the hallway, Kirk's lounging in his chair. Alright, we are starting our afternoon at the Schönbrunn Palace, which is a very big and very grand looking palace complex where I think the Habsburgs probably all lived back before the empire collapsed. Looking very, very sort of spectacular here. So we bought tickets for the inside. However, what they didn't tell us when we bought them was that you're given a time slot, which is in about 2 hours time, and unfortunately we don't really have time to wait around, so it's a bit of a wasted ticket, but we can at least just walk around and explore the gardens, which are beautiful. It's a nice day, so at least we got that. These gardens are pretty expansive. They're really well sort of manicured gardens as well. It is a pretty warm day out here, but views are pretty good. We've reached the end of the kind of back palace driveway now, and there's this pretty spectacular fountain at the end as well. And then the hill goes up and there's another big structure up there that we can see. So we're going to head up that way. So we made it to the top, and it's pretty cool. You have like a really big view of the Schönbrunn Palace from here, but also just across the city. It's a really good viewpoint. So after a fair bit of walking around the Schönbrunn Palace gardens, we're going for a well-earned cake at the Sacher Hotel, which is pretty famous for its Sachertorte. It's like a chocolate cake with some jam in it, and its other cakes as well. So I'm actually really keen. Austria is known for its cakes and pastries, so hopefully it should be a really good little afternoon tea. Alright, famous Sachertorte. The conclusion is the Sachertorte is overrated. The jam is good, but otherwise it's a bit of a, it's been talked up a bit much, I reckon. Alright, we're about to head off and meet our tour group. And after I think we're getting a bit of an orientation around Vienna, we will have our welcome dinner, and then we are going to Viennese concert, which I'm guessing is going to consist of some Mozart and other classical music, maybe a string quartet. I'm looking forward to that part a bit more than Kirk, but it should be good. And that is at Palais, I want to say I can't say it, Auersberg, which is apparently where Mozart used to perform himself. So it should be a good evening, and we'll head off for that now. Alright, I enjoyed that concert. It was mainly Strauss and Mozart. I don't think Kirk really did, but it was a nice little night. There was some little dancing, a few little opera singers as well. And then we've come back to the room and we've had the bed made up with a little turn down service. And the best thing is that they gave us little comfy slippers. So we're saying goodnight and we'll tour around the city again in the morning. Good morning, we are back into Bratwurst for our beautiful morning tour. We're going to go around the city and then hopefully climb up the walls as well. Alright, so we're inside the cathedral now. Looks pretty gothic-y, very similar to sort of Notre Dame style architecture. So this monument up ahead was built by the emperor basically when the Black Death was around. He promised to build this monument if Black Death basically lost its power, I guess, and went away. So when it did, he did build the monument. And my favourite thing is that apparently Black Death is always depicted as a bit of an evil woman, a bit of a witch. She does look very scary. You can see him killing Black Death there, defeating the plague. We're going to keep moving on. Vienna is famous for its coffee, so we're going to go get some more coffee. Very cheeky coffee. Very cheeky. It's got like an orange syrup in it. Quite nice. Approval. Kirk's doing his model pose, soaking up the coffee toaster. And the Käse kleiner on the plate with breads. Last bit of food I wanted to try in Vienna, so we've done the schnitzel, we've done the strudel, we've done the sachertorte, but I wanted to get the Käse kleiner, the sausage with sort of malted cheese in the middle. We'll have a bit of a crack. That's really yum. So cheesy. Try some. Thoughts? No, it's good as mine. Yeah? Can I try some of yours? What did you get again?
Spicy. And a bit my tongue.
Spicy's good too. Yummo. Alright, so now that we've had lunch, the plan originally was to stay here for a couple of days, but instead we're going to go to Bratislava and spend the night and the afternoon there. I don't really know much about it except that it's the capital of Slovakia, but everyone says it's pretty nice, so looking forward to heading there. Another fancy hotel room. Welcome to Bratislava. Alright, so we've just finished up a walking tour around the city centre of Bratislava. Luckily we had a really good local guide, so he was great actually, sort of sharing stories about the history of being part of the Austria-Hungarian Empire and then part of obviously the sort of communism Czechoslovakia and how that all went. He was great, yeah, so that's pretty much all the time we've got in the city, so we're just going to grab some dinner and that's it for Slovakia really, because we're off to Slovenia tomorrow. Good morning. So today we've really just got a big travel day ahead of us. We start the day in Slovakia. We really just got a little taste of the capital last night. By lunch we'll be in Austria. We're going to stop off in Graz, and then by dinner we should be in Slovenia, where we've got a couple of days in Bled, which should be really pretty. So I'm looking forward to getting to Bled. But for now we're just going to grab some brekkie and jump on the bus. Alright, this is what we're climbing up, all the way to the clock tower at the very top. We are in Graz for lunch, and we're just stopping to walk up a bunch of stairs and get a bit of a view over the city. Up we go. Oh, we just missed the bell chiming.
No, it's 1:45.
I have no idea.